Hey man, say man, it's that time again for me to talk about Four Nights of the Apocalypse. This week we got chapter 197 titled Grandpa's Wish, where we get a flashback to after Varghese got clipped pretty badly by Ironside and Percival at the grave that he made for him, crying with his Varghese' helmet in hand. And we move on to where we left off with Percival just shocked that Varghese just spawned in like this, with Varghese confirming with a nod, with Anne saying that if that's his grandpa, that means it's his own. The Narcians, remembering Percival said that obviously his gramps was dead. And Percival seems quite upset as he states that since Gramps is dead, he's wondering who did this and as who wished to bring him to Camelot, and that it's awful. As honestly, that's a valid take, thinking that somebody just used Camelot's power to bring back his grandpa. But Donnie tells me,
whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the nine.
And that at the end of the day, none of them here actually ever knew his grandpa. And Gareth reveals that he just took his spirit cloning skills and made him visible with it after Donnie asked him to. But Percival, now understanding that it's actually Varghese, and goes to him crying, but then stops himself from hugging into him, with Varghese wondering what's wrong, Percival. With Percival stating that he knows that Varghese isn't really his grandpa since he's not really his grandson. And it's obviously because of everything that he had heard, he's just under the assumption that he really should never have been born. With Varghese stating that while it's true Percival isn't a human being and isn't connected with him by blood, to him he's still his cute little grandson and nothing else either. And that thanks to him, his life was fuller and more satisfying than it would have been otherwise, which causes Percival to cry hearing that, which, oh man, this should go make me tear up. With the tonal shift changing to Percival asking if he really is, with obviously suddenly Chibi being there, with Varghese saying that why would he lie about that, and Percival just asking him again really, and that will be the case no matter how old or tall he gets or how many pubes he grows. Percival asking really again, with Varghese just telling him to knock it off. With Gawain understanding that they're two peas in a pod, and Valen looks a bit too happy to be his, you know what, you do you. With Tristan saying it makes him want to see his own grandpa. Well, obviously he's talking about Bartras, because if we're talking about his other grandpa, then we know the Demon King would be like this.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now.
Straight low-tier god, with Donnie Atts thanking Gareth for the help, and that he says that it tires him out too. With Varghese going back to saying that he couldn't love Percival more, and that he's the apple of his eye, just like the Dora, which we see him over there in his room just brewing in his hatred of Percival, which honestly, that's kind of real, which brings everyone's attention as well. With Varghese asking Percival to do his best to help the Dora for him, and that as he is, the Dora is going to end up plunging into a deep dark pit of despair, and one that he'll never be able to climb back up from. But Percival is just saying, nah, I can't do that. Even if it's him asking that is the one thing he can't do for him. With Varghese hearing that, and it's just like, you know what? It is what it is. And that he understands how Percival feels, but argues that the Dora's loneliness makes him forget himself, and that since he's lost his uncle, his father, and his friends, his heart is also very weak right now. Before reciting, crush the evil, rescue the weak, and be someone who risks their life for what is important to them. The holy knight oath, which Percival has admired since he was a jit, with Varghese asking if he remembers that, and obviously Percival says he does, and that he'll say nothing else and that the rest is up to him. But argues that despite him being as angry as he is about the situation, Anne and Narcians aren't really that worked up about it either, with Percival arguing that he doesn't know what they've been through, and just clarifying that nah, he's right, bro. Well, we're good. It's just if you lose yourself over us, then it's not really alright. With Varghese happy that Percival just has good friends to have with him, and just asking which one do you love more. Look at the look on Percival's face, man. I'd never seen Knockabout draw his face with that expression before. The question also roused up both people mentioned, with Percival just saying that he loves both his friends so much, which causes them to hide their faces. Varghese deciding, you know what, I'll leave it at that. and continues on what he was trying to get across to Percival, that it's not a bad thing to get worked up over his friends, but what matters even more is that you don't lose sight of their feelings as well, which, you know, is a very important message, very important message. I still condone vengeance though, but with Varghese stating that he also forgot something and thanks Donnie from the bottom of his heart, and that since it was thanks to his quick thinking, he's able to see Percival once more, and thanks Gareth for that as well. But still, Varghese says he wants to thank Donnie a bit more, just a bit more. With Donnie just confused, saying that he couldn't really do anything for Percival, and that obviously he says that he's a kind man deep inside, always laughing with Percival and always shedding tears for him as well. And with Donnie around, he stayed just the way he's always been, never swaggering or overreaching, and that he's glad that Donnie was the first person Percival met after he passed, and that hopes that they'll still be close friends. Where Donnie's so embarrassed and saying that it's not a problem, but like, don't bug me to. As with Percival just jumping into Donnie with a hug, and like I said last chapter, you probably regretted saying what he said the moment after he said it, and it's just sorry about it. And Donnie said that it's fine and understands that everyone gets pissed off as well. And seeing Percival safe with his friends and stuff, Varghese just can't help but smile, which can you blame him really? With that, Percival wants to introduce everyone to Varghese, but he's gone, which I'm guessing Varghese decided to go away himself rather than just Gareth dissipating the magic. And now, as everyone is in their sleeping quarters and Percival is thinking to himself about what Dodora has lost and reciting the Holy Night Creed, Donnie wakes up hearing it and is just asking Percival if he said something, with Percival saying nah. And we get this power. Oh man, we just get this lovely panel of Percival just back to himself. I can't lie. Like, don't get me wrong, I think we all love Crash Out Percival, but it's just good to see him as his sheer lovely old self, with going about doing something with the intention of just, you know, doing it for the sake of good, saving someone. And it seems he may have an idea on how to save Dodora. Oh, let's hope he does. Because, can I be so for real? Listen to me real quick. Let me land. I would find it very interesting if Dodora became part of the crew.
You need to leave!
Let me land. I feel like, if anything, outside of just, you know, the 4 Knights, the whole mission of the 4 Knights supposedly driving his dad crazy, which obviously we know isn't the case and it was off his influence. And since we know that Isolde the Small, as I saw someone on Reddit call her, had stated she knew that it was Arthur who had tampered with Beltrap's memories. So if they can get Dodora to Death's side and they relay this information to him, it would be cool to see if Dodora decides, I hate this nigga, but now I hate Arthur even more. So until Arthur goes down, I'm gonna team up with this nigga that I hate. And I think it could lead to some good, probably bonding time outside of just this fight as well. And yeah, because I don't, as much as I talk about Ironside genes in Dodora and things of that nature, I honestly do believe there is some good within him. He just, like Varghese says, he has a weak heart at the moment because of all the things he's lost. But if he can gain gain allies through this as well eventually, then it would be cool. I mean, yeah, it would be cool, but it's like having the whole brothers being pitted against each other. It's like a repeat of Meliodas and Zeldris, but this could be done in a more, because we know, like, we've seen that the writing, just the story and character writing in 4 Knights has been way better than in the original 7 Deadly Sins. So it could build up to a really good character arc for both Percival and Dodora to have an actual relationship as well, so that even like the cover image of the cover panel of the last chapter of them two just chilling out, hanging out as babies, if it was meant to be, could become a reality in here and now. But we'll see where Nakaba decides to go on it. Outside of that, Donnie's a great friend. We all deserve a Donnie. And yeah, those are my thoughts on this chapter. Very nice and sentimental. And yeah, that's all I have. I'll see you guys for chapter 198 next week. Like if you like, dislike if you didn't, comment your thoughts, feelings, share with others who like this kind of stuff, this, that, and the third. Subscribe to get more shit. Yada. Take care.
Well.
when the account of the ages is etched into the cosmos, let those who exist long after us know that this was our finest hour.